Hey guys, welcome to Yoga with Shruti. I'm Shruti, and today we're going to learn the triangle pose or Trikonasana. I'm going to walk you through the triangle pose step by step, and we're going to learn the correct alignment and modifications. So get on your mat and let's get started. All right, yogis. So first things first, if you have a block, feel free to grab it for this tutorial. If you don't, don't worry about it. You can use a book, or you can use anything else that you have available in your home. You don't necessarily need a yoga block. What we're gonna do, so we're gonna start with our feet together. Inhale and make sure your shoulders are rolled back and your tailbone is tucked in. And exhale and bring your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Now, when we do this final posture, you'll kind of feel and see how wide you need your feet to be, and you'll adjust it accordingly. So for now, let's be in the starting position. What's important here is make sure that our tailbone is tucked in, we're tall from our spine, and our shoulders are rolled back. And your heels are aligned. So if you can't tell if your heels are aligned or not, a little trick that you can use for alignment is go and move to the back of your mat and align your heels to the back of your mat. And you can use this as a reference, as long as your mat is straight. So make sure your mat is straight before you use that as a reference for alignment, and now your heels are aligned with each other. So first thing we're gonna do, coming back to our starting position, turn our right foot 90 degrees and bring the left foot slightly in. It doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit for support. Now when we do this, make sure that your hips are still squared and centered and facing the front direction. You don't want your hips to move in the direction of that leg. We're gonna make sure that our body stays in one plane in this entire posture. So be very careful that we're not folding forward of our body, or we're not sort of back, where our body's aligned and we're hinging from our hips to the right side and not to the either side of the body. So if you can kind of imagine, maybe you're in between like two walls, or if you're in between two glass panes, and your body can only move sideways and not forward and back, okay? So you can use that as a cue. Now, I'm gonna inhale and bring your arms to your side, and we're gonna create space in our hips for us to fold in that direction, for us to bend in that direction. So I'm gonna inhale and push my hips to the left to create space for me. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and lengthen to your side, and exhale, bring your right arm down, bring your left arm and gaze up towards the left arm, or towards the ceiling. Now here, you can make sure, so if you're not able to reach the ground all the way with your right arm, or if you're not able to get there, you're not there just quite yet, you can use a block. This is where a block comes in. So you can either use it in this direction, or you can use it this way, whichever way you need to, for support. If you can't get your leg completely straight, it is okay to bend your right knee a little bit, especially if you have pain in your knee here. It is okay to bend the right knee slightly when you're in the final posture. So it could look something like this. And then you want to reach the ground with your right hand. You should feel a really good or really intense stretch all along the side of your body and on the inside of your inner thigh. If you're not feeling that stretch on the side of your body, it's likely because you're folding forward. So really make sure that your body's in one plane to feel that stretch all along the side of the body. If you need a deeper stretch on the inside of your thigh, you can widen your stance a little bit to get that stretch. And then when you're ready to come out of that position, so we're down here, and when you're ready to come out of the position, inhale and come back to your starting position. Bring your feet in, your hip facing forward, and come back to your starting position. Now remember, with any of these yoga postures, correct alignment is more important than how deep you can go. So I showed you a few modifications that you can use if you're a beginner and if you're just getting into this posture. And then you can slowly make progress in your practice. So keep that in mind, and keep practicing. I really hope you found this helpful, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.